thank you for all the love and support that you all have shown on the last videos. We really appreciate you all tuning into the last podcast. That made us want to come do it again. Today's guest is a guy with God lungs, and you might have seen him in Tater. Some of you might know him, some of you may not. That's okay. You're about to figure out who he is today. His name is Jacob Brody Fields, and enjoy the video.
So, episode 2.
Episode 2, we're back, dude.
Long
we're
awaited.
Rolling. Brody is in
yes,
and
sir.
ready to go.
Happy to be here.
Good, Brody. We love having you, brother. We went fishing today. Try to get some footage of us fishing and whatnot. Try to get some topwater blow up. That's pretty cool.
So I figured we would do a little bit of an intro for Brody, like we did with ourselves. Like we kind of told who we are.
Yeah.
Kind of what we've done in the kind of hunting scene, like what we've killed and stuff like that. If you want to go ahead and go into detail about what you know or what you've done.
Well, I've hunted a lot of places around here, Maysville, Ohio. Took a trip down to Nebraska. We did some mule deer hunting down there, and I will say it was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been as far as hunting wise. It's a lot of sand, believe it or not. It's a lot of sand. Killed a lot of good deer here in Kentucky. Caught a lot of good fish, especially with Austin. A couple of places that we fished in the same places.
Yeah, I got you. We got you. We're good. We're rolling.
We're gonna get over this awkward silence stage eventually.
For sure. But another thing I wanted to bring up too is like I've had a lot of good podcast ideas for like the past episode that I was like, oh, I could have said this here, and I was like, I caught whatever Joe Biden got for real. I caught whatever he's got for real. I think like I can't remember nothing. Like I was writing stuff down to like what I was gonna say and whatnot.
When you get on those,
there it goes.
When you get on those pills that Joe Rogan's always advertising, the Alpha Brain.
Bro,
Is it Blue Chew? Is it Blue Chew?
No. No, maybe if you want to have a fun time.
We'll get all bricked up over here. Some Blue Chew on the
Fully torch.
That'll make this podcast a little more interesting.
So Brody, back to you. You're singing and whatnot. You do a lot of singing.
Yeah, I tried to karaoke and stuff at local bars. I've tried to do big on TikTok, but it didn't work out. I got one bad comment and I lost all self-esteem.
I've always heard not to read those comments, man. But
yeah.
I didn't know you could play guitar and stuff. We were talking about a collab where you were in there washing your ass.
Yeah.
Man, he was going to collab up. Get a little duo country singers.
I could not sit down here and do the podcast and be dirty, man. We went fishing. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Worked half the day, so I was like, whatever. It was hot. So.
Real men work 12 hours a day.
Yeah, I work 80 damn hours a day. 80 damn hours a week a day. So, future videos wise, we really just, I don't know. We are snowballing. We're going to get into squirrel hunting and catch, clean, cook to a lot of that. Try to kill as many as we can probably. And this every season we're gonna try to make at least 1 or 2 videos of each season, like I did the frog gig, which you can watch that, or you can watch our last podcast that was pretty good with me and Steven. Just scroll down. Did you just touch him?
Yeah, I'm making sure he's comfortable. He seems a little tense.
It's a little tense, dude. His eyes. Dude,
I've been over here ice screwing Austin while he was talking. You know?
He didn't even look towards the camera at all. So like,
but yeah, as far as the squirrel hunting stuff goes, we got a lot of cool ideas, I think. Just different types of way to kill them, different recipes, stuff like that. It's the next big season coming up. I mean, I know it's a small game animal, but it still should be a lot of fun. I mean, we ain't really done it that hard. I've squirrel hunted several times, but I never really went that hard at it.
No.
And my brother's got those squirrel dogs now, so that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, it would be awesome, yeah. We, yeah, man, I don't know. What'd y'all do this week? I just kind of just chilled around. Really, we ain't had a hard work week, really. We've been rained out a lot. There's been a lot of rain. Oh, my birthday did happen.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. Went out and had a couple brews and Did a couple things. Watched a movie. Watched the new Twister movie. That's all right.
It
was all right, dude. I liked it. The old one, everybody likes the old one. I was like, I like the new one. I like the new one too.
I've heard it was good. The soundtrack's crazy on it.
Dude, it's every country music. It's that guy that does come. What's his name?
I can't remember.
He has a cowboy hat, and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, instant panty dropper.
You talking about Tyler? Or?
Weirdo. No, not Tyler. No, not No, Tyler's the same way though. And yeah, crossing that fence, man, he had some trouble. he has trouble doing things.
My woman's been talking about going and seeing it, but I think more or less it's just the cut scenes of the guys in the cowboy hats, panty droppers.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I don't really. I mean, whatever, so be it. The guy's crazy.
I thought it was
The
just
video's crazy.
that was just another cut scene of Brokeback Mountain, more or less.
Oh, so Brody,
Yes, sir.
what is life like right now?
Life's a little hectic. Me and my woman, we just moved into our first place together.
Dope.
Try to been getting things together, getting the bills in sort.
It's hard.
Today's day and age is hard to live in, man.
It is. for
Prices of bills, gas, food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you want to
super
do
hard.
some recreational stuff like going hunting, and it just makes it that
real.
much harder to
Makes
pay
it
for
that much
anything.
harder. Yeah, because my hobbies, that's the thing though. I can easily sink $1,000 into my hobbies. Like
Yeah.
this weekend, I easily spent $500 on, and got nowhere. It was like literally nothing. I got nowhere.
You ain't kidding on that.
Yeah.
Just going to different bait shops and stuff, looking around at some of the fishing stuff, going to Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops, looking at the prices of guns, how 10 years ago they were $200, and now you can find guns that are right about anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000, like it's no other.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous, man. There's a lot of local places I like to go to for real. I know the Bypass Bait and Tackle out there, dude. I love that. That guy's cool. He gave us a lot of insight on like fishing and stuff.
That's the best bait shop
It
around.
is.
I mean, it's hard to beat that
everything.
bait shop.
They have everything, dude.
I mean, not even just for here. That's a good bait shop anywhere. That'd be a great bait shop in the middle of who knows where. I mean, I'm just saying it's a great bait shop. For real.
For
I
real
love
is.
going in there.
It for real is. But to change the topic up a little bit, we did have some questions sent in. Also, if you want to be on the podcast or would like to come on and just talk and chill, you can just comment. We're open to anybody. We're open house here. No judgment. No judgment, no matter what. But also, we've had a lot of questions. People sending in a lot of questions. I don't know. One of them, well, it's more or less a statement. How do you all view like grown men using crossbows? That's like one of the a question a lot of people well, Brody was just talking about getting one, so it's a sore subject. We don't have to talk the next one. Also, someone asked, is that how many kills you have, confirmed kills?
That's how many misses I have.
Okay, yeah.
And you got to put those together.
Yeah.
So I'm in the millions.
I don't
It's
even
not
know if
gonna
anyone
work.
can see
It's
that.
not gonna
Anyone
work.
can see that. That's whatever. That's whatever. But no, man. That's another question. We had a lot of love and support for the podcast too. A lot more people. Yeah, a lot of people loved it, and I cannot appreciate that more. It drives us to do it. That the intro was a thank you, but this is a formal thank you, and it kind of gets.
I really can't believe how many people have come up to me at work, anywhere. I mean, out and about, and ask us like when the next one's coming out, or
Bro.
I can't believe you got a podcast. I didn't know you had one. It's like super professional the way we've been doing it too. It seems super legit, and I think that's why it's kind of gaining some traction already.
And we're only going up. We're only going up from here. And Brody is the first guest on the podcast. And he feels honored, he says.
So if we lose viewers or subscribers after this,
Gotta get my ass out of here. Get my ass out of here.
I'm blocking Brody, and I'm never talking to him again. He's done. We're never friends again. So fishing today, Steven caught some pretty good fish. I did have a couple good ones on video, but most of the ones he caught, he's just like, so anxious. He's just throwing shit and just catching shit. So I didn't get a chance to video. So. But I did get a chance to video some like good top water blow-ups and whatnot. But yeah, Brody, what did you do? I didn't even really get to talk to you about that.
I kind of stayed back on my own, I caught 2 out of the whole day being there. The grade A fisherman over here showing everybody up.
I
But
told him to bring his notebook. I don't think he brought it.
You needed to write down some notes.
oh yeah, I definitely got school today, but it was fun. Anytime just hanging out with the guys and finishing is fun.
Oh, for sure. My legs are regretting it. We walk through briar bushes, and my legs are all cut up. I can't even feel them. That's why I keep crossing my legs, because I'm dying.
Yeah, if I get the boat charge, though, you can definitely come out on the boat. You'll definitely enjoy that. Oh, never mind. No.
I don't know how to swim.
No. He done destroyed everything in here before he even got in here.
You knock over one camera and you're the bad guy.
$1,000 camera. Fuck. Wasn't nothing, dude. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you, Brody. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it rolling. We want to keep doing this. I love it. It's a very good to get down and sit and talk to people you ain't talked to in a while. Like Brody, we ain't talking forever. It's awesome, man. Love it. Brody, what's all the... We had some topics earlier that you was talking about, and I can't even think of them. We was talking about something.
The topics that you brought up that viewers sent in?
No. Topics that you were saying some crazy. Yeah, like the thing on number 11, the Indian Burial Site.
Oh yeah. So there's some conservationists that's come in and talk about it, but it's the people that own it. Used to be one of my mom's clients when she did hair, and they said that you're not allowed to mow it, you can't touch it, you're not allowed to drive anything into that certain, footage of ground, but you can definitely tell it's not, natural. It's just an open field, and then there's one mound that's, I bet it's 8 to 10 foot tall, and they have a thing down at the Invasive Museum that they've x-rayed it and showed what's in it, and it's pretty cool.
Dang, that is dope. Yeah, I don't know. I asked about it. I've drove past there 1,000 times and never looked over and been like, oh, there it is, because I really don't know. I think it's just a big mound of dirt or what.
Yeah.
I never knew about it until today, so I'm actually really interested in it.
Yeah, it's actually cool.
I'm really into anything Native American or any kind of
we got into a bunch of that. Looking for arrowheads and stuff, and that's what we said on the last podcast too. Is just looking for arrowheads. It's super fun. Like, I don't know. Have you ever done it, Brody?
Yeah, growing up in Lewisburg, right along the North Fork, man, me and my father and my brother and stuff, we've got out there and done it a lot. We found a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
We need to bring him in a little show and tell action next podcast.
Dude, we should. Yes, we should. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, a girl at work is going to make a Never Quit. We're going to have like a wooden Never Quit thing, and she has an embroiderer or whatever it's called. Cool. I really don't know what it's called, but she's going to do the logo and everything, so I got to like shout her out now, but she's going to... We're going to get it. She's like gifting it to the podcast. So that's cool. Yeah, she watches it. Her and her husband watch it, and they love them. So
yeah, let us know how y'all feel about the new setup. I mean, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love the new setup.
Any man hours in at all, but I kind of like the way. I bought this couch.
Yeah.
You can't see it right now.
Yeah, a bunch of big bodies on there. There's a bunch of big bodies there. I don't know. The legs are pretty sturdy.
Yeah, obviously. They gotta be.
What's that mean? What does that mean?
Let's see how they stand up after this next hour.
Yeah, maybe like don't shake your legs too much. They're looking weak.
I'm just hovering right now.
Yeah,
I'm even a porta potty taking a shit.
That's why Steven looks like he's in pain right now.
I'm just holding my body up right now. I'm scared to put it waiting on this couch. $40 though, man.
No, Alan.
Alan.
Shout out to Alan, dog. That motherfucker. If I have a random type of like, oh, I want to do this today. Boom, right there, and he does it. He looks miserable. I was like, I'll take you home, dude, because I went and picked him up. Like, you're not getting out of this shit. But no, I went and picked him up, and he come over, and he looked miserable as hell doing the whole thing. And I was like, dude, I'll take you home. I was like, it's not.
Alan,
it's like, no, I don't care.
I didn't talk to Alan a whole lot, but he just seems like the realest dude. I don't know. I like the dude.
He is for real. No, he is for real. I called him, worked on my roof. Him and Jaden both cool ass people. Worked on my roof, got it done to the very finish. Worked all day. I asked him what I owed him. Nothing. Comes in here, paints this wall.
If he would have gave you a price, would you have paid him?
No, I'd have been like, I'd have come off $50. Come off $50. That shit.
Yeah. But no,
he said he didn't want to. Well, I asked him in hopes that he would say no. I was like, man,
you don't need paid, do you?
You don't need paid. Do you really need paid? But how much do you want for real?
Yeah. It's like, I'll feed you,
Oh, no, I didn't feed him. Well, I didn't feed him. Actually, my parents bought food and brought it over. So I didn't even feed him.
Somehow, he's never spent a dime.
Never spent a dime on anything.
I don't know. With Alan, it's the hair for me. The Fabio look.
Yeah.
I can't pull it off myself, but it's the Fabio look for me.
I would try if I could grow hair on top of my head still.
Yeah. Steven's just bald. Steven's just bald.
Can I spit shine it sometime for you?
Get a buffer out here. We gotta turn these lights off. We'd be getting a hell of a glare.
Dude.
Oh, it's awful.
I don't know, man. I don't really know. I don't really keep up with what's going on, man.
I got something we can talk about. Let's talk about those city deer we've been talking about. You said
Bro,
we've seen some.
one of our buddies sent us like a 180-inch 8-pointer, and it was like, and just an 8-pointer, and it's in the middle of the city. And I was like, "Where's this at?" And he's like, "The city."
I think this weekend you're going to try to find.
We're
some
gonna go.
Trey,
Oh no, absolutely. Saturday, I'm probably gonna try to make a video. Like I'm gonna try to make a short, and I'm gonna video. This is me trying to get permission on farms, and then I'm just gonna video myself. Hey, knocking on the door. Hey, do you care if I hunt? And then I'm gonna edit all the no's until finally someone says yes or something.
You're so good at doing that. I can never do it. I know the worst they can say is no for the most part, but I do not have an enemy to go knock on a random door.
Dude, I have knocked on some random, like, sketchy... I knocked on a door, didn't even look at anybody lived there, and I just knocked, and I started to walk away, and all of a sudden I heard something. I turned around, this old lady is looking at me. She has her cane and shit, and I was like, do you own this? She said, yeah, but there's no hunting. I was like, 10-4, ma'am. Thank you. I try to be just polite, and, like, a lot of people are really mean about it, but, like, some people are pretty cool. I don't know. I did stop and ask a guy, and I don't know what the thing is about asking people to hunt on their land, but it's always a no because someone's burnt them in the past. Someone shot their cows, like deer hunting. I was like, how the fuck do you shoot a cow?
Left garbage.
Left garbage. That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
You can't find a place to fish anymore. It's insane. Like
No.
I feel like when I was younger, I fished. I had so many ponds or places I could go fishing, and now it's like, oh, it's impossible. I mean, if you got 1 or 2 ponds, you're doing pretty good nowadays.
Yeah, it's terrible, man. I don't really know what causes people to do that, but I mean, I've never done that. Maybe if I get wild or something, I would do it, but I don't know.
Well, more or less, you got to think about, you know, if you're on this land and you got a tree stand up, if you fall and get hurt, believe it or not, legal stance, it's on that person.
That's true. That's true too.
And that's another
I can't
liability
blame
for
people for being worried about that thing, but I mean that stuff is completely different.
Yeah, but they don't. But just say that. I go and I walk, and I'm putting man hours in of like, and it's really awkward. It's not awkward for you to talk to me at your door. It's awkward for me to drive back. I drove all the way back a driveway, and asked the dude, and he's like, "Did you read the signs on your way through here?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "I don't care. I don't care." I said, "Sorry, brother." He said, I've been here when I've run around here when I was younger and stuff." And he was like, "Well, the signs say no one back here." So I was like, "Okay, I guess I won't bother you."
See, that's another thing that blows me just like blows my mind how, because there's a couple farms in Orangeburg that me and my father used to hunt all the time, and then Amish are buying up land, hunting land around here, you know?
Yeah.
The Amish tear the Flemingsburg reservoir.
Dude, you'll see them fuckers walking out with like 40 crappie and 40 catfish.
Basket, you know?
Dude, as soon as they load them in, they just catch them in nets out of the truck. They're like holding their net right under the truck, dude.
Yeah, it's wild. They take so many fish out of there.
Yeah.
But
which
still surprisingly a decent place to fish.
Which I haven't been over to the old reservoir. Is it still got the fences and stuff you gotta cross?
You can find them. Yeah, it's all public, but.
So I don't understand the old and the new, because the new has nothing around it. You got to walk through a ginormous ass field, and the old is like way better set up and like.
Yeah.
Like, are they just not done building it, or are they going to keep building it, or what?
I'm not really sure. I don't know anything about it other than I've probably caught one fish out of there, but it was a decent
Dude, Tyler, big Crocodile Dundee of the Redneck Woods, he caught a 5-pound fish out there.
Really?
Well, I will say I was fishing, and me and Tyler actually were fishing it. And I turn around, and there is a guy and his family, and they're wheeling out 2 very large bass. I would say somewhere between 4 and 5 pounds, both of them. And they're like, "We're going to eat these tonight." And I was like, yeah.
You suck.
Yeah. I was like, like 6-year-old kid. I was,
your bro's looking at me all wrong, man.
I would never eat
I
a
will
bass.
fight a kid, dude.
I'll never eat a bass, but I mean, I would try it if I.
I'm not knocking anybody who does that.
It's just
no.
It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. Yeah.
Especially something
Well,
that big.
they're hard to grow here, man. They're really hard to grow here. Nobody like straight up. Nobody knows how long it takes a bass to grow here. Florida, no big deal. It's always hot there, but here it's like insane.
Yeah, for sure.
You got 4.5, 5 months out of the year where it's just absolutely freezing cold, you know. And
Yeah, they don't grow. They
Yeah,
don't eat.
they're not
They're
growing.
not eating. They're not eating. They're not growing. Which I'm no expert, but I've just done a lot of research. Like, why in the world the biggest fish you see anybody post is like 6 pounds?
Yeah.
Well, you'll see 7 and 8s, but it's like.
I mean, the state record's way up there. I mean, I think it's like
Well,
15 pounds now.
They go southern Kentucky, don't they? And they catch.
I think that one was caught out of. It was just not that long ago. I want to say like 2016 or 17, maybe a little.
What is it, 23 pounds or something?
No, it's
you talk about the record.
Like 15
15
pounds. I mean, for Kentucky, it's like 15 now, but it was a big lake
I'll look
they
it
caught
up.
it out of. But,
Yeah, look it up.
Jamie, can you pull that up?
I'm not there yet.
Not advanced. Not,
We was
not
gonna
that
have
advanced.
we was gonna have Maddie come. Or I was gonna have Tyler come in and set in, but that wasn't gonna happen. And I was gonna have Maddie come in and set in, and just look stuff up. So, but yeah, I can also screen record that too, so I can. Put that in.
Okay. As of right now, state record fish and awards. Bowfin, you got a 15-pound. Long-nosed gar, 40 pounds. And black bass. Largemouth bass is 14.59 pounds. Mark
Look at that
Ward.
smallmouth. That's always impressive. 11 pound, 11.9 pounds.
12.
And pretty much 12 pounds. And I don't know if y'all know this or not, but that's also the world record. Kentucky has the world record smallmouth bass out of Del Hollow. And that was caught in like the 50s or something. But yeah, that's pretty crazy to think the world record is caught.
So where was that caught?
The smallmouth?
No, the largemouth.
Largemouth, Everett's, Kentucky.
Where's that at? Everett's, Kentucky?
High Splint Lake.
High Splint Lake.
And
Never heard
So it's like a big lake. That's where a lot of people. Oh, I did watch a YouTube video on like people catching like huge bass out of boats. Like there's a certain lake you can go to that just holds huge bass.
Is that one in Mexico?
Is that in Kentucky or?
No, I think it's down. I mean, yeah.
Pretty sure there's one in Mexico where you can go like the average size is like crazy big.
Like 20 pounds or something
not
crazy.
20 pounds.
What's the world record though?
It's
I'm
like
pretty sure it's 20 pounds.
It's 20 something, but it's in
That's what I
like
think.
it's overseas. I want to say it's like.
But it's where
Japan or something
people
crazy.
go and they get on charters and
way
go and
off.
catch fish.
Yeah.
As of right now, the official largemouth world record by George Perry's undefeated bass on June 2nd, 1932. George Perry's caught the current world record bass out of Lake Montgomery and Oxbow Lake off of I can't pronounce that. Sutton River in southern Georgia. It was 22 pounds 4 ounces.
It's in Georgia.
So that's
I could
the
have sworn
world
it was
record.
like overseas or some crazy shit.
Well, I mean, I guess the world
A
record.
22-pound largemouth is insane.
It's got to fight like a tank. You already know.
God. Or
Probably
it
just so
lays there.
slow.
I mean,
Yeah,
or just lays
just
there like
reel
a
it in.
rock. You probably think you're reeling in a fucking turtle.
Just reeling in
A mouse open.
a log.
Austin with that little micro rod.
Yeah.
Let's
That
talk
went
about
horribly
that.
wrong today. That went horribly wrong. I did catch one fish on it, which I do have the video of that.
It would
but
probably be a good video if it wasn't so fucking annoying to use that rod.
yeah,
God,
it is so
no
tiny.
backbone to it. It's tiny. You can't cast.
Can't hit a hook set on it at all.
Yeah, and if you do hook something, there's no way to keep it pinned. I mean, it's impossible.
No.
But you did it. You pulled off the impossible today. You
Yeah.
caught 2 of those little bastards on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a genius.
And then you fucking broke it off in the cattails, but at least it wasn't my bait this time, you know?
Dude, and that's another thing I was going to bring up. We went fishing again. Me and Steven went out on the boat. It rained. I get off work. Let's go, Steven. Get the boat. All right, get in the boat. We go down. Having a great day. We fishing. We brought little Auburn Rain with us. She's doing well, actually, isn't she? Yeah, she is. She's talking the whole entire time. We're all having fun. Loved it. She's funny. Her personality's insane. So we're fishing. Everything's going great. Now I just decide to cast, and I was like, one last cast. The spot looks too good. Boom, $20. Right
In the tree.
Right in the tree. And he don't even stop. He don't even look anymore. He just
It's
like
30 foot above the boat. What am
he
I gonna
just
do?
stops. He just goes. He's like,
Throw mine up there with it and try to snag it?
it's just the knot Steven ties. It's the
Yeah,
knots
that's
and
pretty
shit.
funny. That's pretty embarrassing to say that Steven's tying my knots on his bait, on his rod. It's
Do you
Steven's
bait-
knots.
Do you put worms on his hooks for him?
Yeah, I gotta take them off too.
Take my fish off.
I usually just set the hook and let him reel them in. But
He didn't take the fish off
he was
last time.
fucking
For real.
ripping it out of Auburn's hand. No, my turn, my turn.
So to come to a conclusion, when it comes to fishing, Austin is a man child.
I am for real. I'm a man child with well, I was gonna say a beard, but I got a patchy beard, a mustache, and long hair. So I mean, nowadays I don't know, man. Some of them kids they got mustaches, and long hair, so I don't know.
There's something in the water, man.
There's something in the water. Oh, there's something in the water making the frogs gay. Something in the water turning the frogs gay.
Oh man,
dude, that was is that a proven fact?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but
that frogs are gay. Or?
Yeah, the frogs are gay, turning gay. They have something in the water making the frogs gay.
Hold on.
I'm serious.
Alex
Look that
Jones
up.
stuff, man. I don't know. I listened to some of this stuff, but I don't know if any of it is true. A lot of the stuff he says is true. It does come true.
As of right now at Duke University Environmental Humanities, the gay frog has taken on a surprisingly prominent role in the contemporary environmental culture. I'm sorry.
You could read contemporary, but you couldn't read the other word earlier.
Which one?
Can't even say it.
Now that I also know these frogs are gays and better kissing them.
Already did.
They turned into a little prince.
It says that frogs being turned gay by hormones in the water have nevertheless entered the mainstream, while gay frogs memes are shared online by users from across political spectrums. It sounds like those people are on the spectrum, you know.
Austin just released a video of him blowing a bunch of frogs, didn't you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a little gay, not like that. Dude. I killed him. Link in the bio. You want to see me get down and dirty with some frogs?
I don't know. From what I watched out of that video, it was more or less Ray doing the bit, doing the business.
Well, for one, he's blind as a fucking bat. So he's like, why do you have a blind guy blowgun? He couldn't hit shit for one. But anyway, there's a frog. I did not know what was in the water. They were definitely had some hormone shit going on in the water. We were just sitting there, and the frog, he shoots at the frog and hits it, and it jumps right between my legs, and it's just sitting there. And I trust the motherfucker enough. I'm like, shoot this frog in between my legs. He's like, I don't see it. I'm like, dude, it's right fucking here. Shoot this frog. I'm like, I don't see it. He's like, why did... And he stops mid, like, us trying to do shit. And he's like, why the fuck did you give me a blow? I can't see a shit. I was like,
on this
I was just
episode.
standing there waiting on him to shoot it still. And finally, he shoots it. And it moves a little bit, and he says, oh, that's the frog. He couldn't see it. He just shot into the ground. He couldn't see it. And then,
no, motherfucker, that's my foot.
Yeah, he couldn't see shit, and it moved, and he's like, oh, that's the frog. And then he hit it again, and it just, dude, that did not work. I got to get broadheads or something that kills
that wood
animals.
dart, when you all found the frog,
That's so
20
funny.
minutes later, found the frog that had the wood dart in it?
Yes, and then got it, yes.
That was a good thing. At least
That
you
was so funny.
found
Dude,
the
you got a
dart.
fucking dart in your neck.
Dude, shout out to Ryan and fucking Steven for that one, because I would have never, my
God,
creative
it's
mind
so-
would have never
That
done
was the
that.
funniest fucking scene. Dude, you got a fucking dart in your neck. You're crazy, man.
Yeah, I added that in there. I'm glad that you all said to put that in there, because that would have been such a bland video. Kind of added some spice. A lot of
Nah,
people
it was
text me
cool.
said they liked it.
I ain't never seen a video of people blow darting frogs. I don't think.
No.
No, it is pretty cool. Not around here anyway. I mean, there's people that do it, but I mean, they also got really expensive blow
You know what
dart
looks
guns.
so much fun? People fucking killing iguanas in Florida.
Oh,
Bro,
God,
and they
that's
do
so
and
much
they
fun.
do that with blow dart guns
Oh,
for
yeah.
real.
Yeah, I've seen it. That's why it made me think of it. But yeah, that looks like so much fun. They're everywhere. It'd be so much fun to go do
Dude,
that.
and they're
I'm sure
invasive
I was
too.
gonna say it's probably like nothing to go do it. Probably just a
They're
cost of a
invasive, so
hotel.
you can just kill as many as you want. I'm pretty sure.
People eat 'em.
Don't count me on that.
Well, they eat them too. I've never tried it, but they do eat them. I've seen them.
Dude, we should go, and people hunt in the city. That's why you have to use a blow dart gun. People
Yeah.
hunt
Yeah.
iguanas out of the city, and then they kill them.
Well, they also use air guns too. I think they actually
yeah, air
legally
gun. You
use
can
air
use.
guns.
Yeah, I don't know. I just seen
I would
the
love
blow
to go
dart.
down there in that neck of the woods down there and kill some iguanas and catch my first peacock bass. It's
Dude,
all
that
in the
would
same
be
area
cool.
down there. They're all invasive down
They
there. They're
fight.
still in there. I'd like to go down and catch one.
They fought. Dude, we went to the Everglades one time, bro. That shit was crazy. There's alligator. Like the tour guides are used to this shit. They're like, it's gator right here. And it's like, he comes up to the boat and he's like, smacks him on the head, and you're like, holy shit! I wouldn't touch that motherfucker for nothing. He's like, it's a gator. He wants some of this chicken. Throws it. They just grab it and there it's gone, dude.
Have you all seen the video of it's the woman down? She's in New Orleans and she sticks her hand in the water and she's like, down here in New Orleans, if you wonder if there's gators in that water, if that water's wet, it's got gators in it.
I've not seen that.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's
what
hilarious.
TikTok are you on, Brody?
Huh?
Are you on like normal TikTok or are you on secret TikTok?
normal? I didn't know there was a secret TikTok.
Well, I mean, everybody's For You page is different.
I was just saying, I get some mythical For You page.
Yeah, it's a mythical. Yeah, I get some
crazy
crazy shit on For You page sometimes. I had like what was it? That guy singing that song. Oh man, it's a homeless guy or something.
I don't know.
I reposted it.
I know what you're talking about.
He was going crazy. I was like, damn, I
don't know what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the please come home.
Oh, I got
beans and bologna.
Yeah, that dude too. Now the mythical FY peoples are, I don't know. They're
I laugh
crazy.
every time I see one of those comments. It's like, I built this For You page brick by brick. It's like the first comment on every one of those crazy videos. Been building this For You page forever.
Dude, I have TikTok brain rot. That's all I was telling you when I caught whatever Joe Biden's got. My brain is rotted by TikTok for real. That shit needs to. I need to take like a social break for like months. It wouldn't even fix me for real. I just like so obsessed with it.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is I was watching a TikTok the other day. This is totally random. It was a boy in school. I guess he was in college or high school or something. And he said, "Hey, I'm gonna say his name is like John. Hey, John, this contains the most like craziest chemicals that known to man." And he sprays it in his eyes. It's like fake. It's like water. Obviously, he sprays it in his eyes. Well, he's going to go like run over to the washdown station, and he's pulling on it, and he takes off running, and he slips and falls and slams on his flap on his fucking back. And I start reading the comments. I was laughing already at the video. I started reading the comments, and they were like. They were just funny. I can't even remember. I can't even quote them right now, but I was fucking dying. The comments get me every time. For real.
The comments are funnier than the
Dude,
videos.
I watched the video, I'm laughing, and I got to reading the comments, and I just started like tear laughing. I was like crying at the same time.
I love those, man.
Dude.
The comments are so funny.
Bro, the comments
I swear,
are...
Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels make me laugh so much harder. There's no
filters
on there. You can
see the whole Pakistani war. You can see motherfuckers getting shot.
Well, I wasn't laughing at those like you were, but I was laughing at the funny shit. But yeah, you see some wild shit on there.
Dude, no. What about that Cole Prevost video?
What is it?
Cole Prevost video. He's like beat the shit out of his duck dog.
Oh, that dude. Yeah. See, I haven't...
Bro.
I think we need to... We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back with this. We'll be right back. We're going to take a break and just chill out for a minute. We got to use the bathroom and stuff. But yeah, we'll come back to that topic in a minute. Thanks.
And we're back. Brody had to go in there and destroy Austin's bathroom. We're going to have to...
I have to call the plumbers.
Repaint the walls, guys.
Good. Repaint the walls, too. Brody, I'm going to need $50 for all those.
Okay.
But back to what I was saying before Brody rudely interrupted the whole podcast. The Cole Prevost video. What's your all's view on that? Did you see it, Brody?
I haven't seen it, no.
No, he beats the living shit out of this dog. Like that, like a duck dog, because he couldn't train it or whatever, wasn't doing a command or something. And he beats the living shit out. Like, it's a huge, like, not no, like, spanking. It's like a beat the shit out of a dog. And I think they burned his house down.
No shit.
And they, like, jumped him and everything. He's, like, in the
I
hospital.
wish I could say I feel bad, but I don't.
Yeah, not at all.
Because there's a certain extent that it comes to training a dog between training and abuse. I understand, like, there's some hard-headed dogs out there as far as, not listening or hard to train. But all you got to do is just work with them, man.
Yeah, if you don't work with a dog and you expect it to do something, then it's more than likely not going to do it, and you're just going to be mad at yourself.
Honestly, in my eyes, it's 100% your fault.
It's 100%
like, if
your
you
fault.
can't train it or you don't have somebody to train it for you and you're that upset or that crazy just to beat the shit out of a dog that has no idea what he's doing wrong, then you're just a piece of shit. It's all on you. It
is all on you. You need to reevaluate your life. Anyway, do better. So Brody, that was good little topic there. But Brody, what's the biggest deer you killed, man?
Biggest deer had to be a 9. It was killed out in Germantown on a little farm that my uncle's been hunting for. I can't say. I'd probably say 15, 20 years. And it was a big 9. It had a real good brown color to it. It was a cold day. Man, it was cold.
We will post a picture of it right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
And
Now, how many inches is it?
that I didn't get it scored or nothing.
I mean, is it giant?
For me holding it, which they can see me on the camera, with me holding it, it was a good 4 inches from each side of my chest. And I mean, I'm a big guy. I'm a big guy.
I mean, whoa.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Yeah, I'm done.
Already sensitive. He was crying in the
again.
bathroom before this one.
Yeah.
I thought he was praying in there. I could hear like little Hail
A
Mary.
lot of screams and like sound like a demon was in my bathroom, man. I don't know.
We're gonna get some sage and burn it around here. We're gonna
Yeah.
bless this fucking house.
Yeah, it needs it. So what's the biggest fish you caught as well?
Biggest fish. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was a 7. It was like 7 3 ounces. It was a farm pond fish.
A bass.
Yeah,
Bass. What's the biggest catfish you've ever caught?
Catfish was up at Paradise Extreme. It's up in Ohio. I can't give you the exact location, but it was in Ohio. It was right at 53. And we'll put another video, another picture of it.
You're a big pay laker, aren't you? I forgot about that.
I am a big pay
So
laker.
that's kind of controversial.
Yeah, I don't like pay lakes.
So
no,
I
I'm just
think
kidding.
we're gonna shut this podcast down now.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm in between. I river
Guys,
fish,
yeah.
pond fish, and pay lake fish. You know.
Brody has been a good guest, but now it's time to shut it down. Out the door.
No, I've paid like myself. I'm
I
not
have
gonna
to.
dog anybody on.
No.
It is a good time if you just want to go there and drink some beer, hang out with your boys, and
Oh,
get
yeah.
some fish. I don't necessarily agree with how they treat the fish. I mean, I don't really
It's a
treat them
sore
bad,
mat.
I guess, but it's not a great environment for a fish to come up in.
Yeah.
And
The main thing is I hate seeing people holding them by their bottom lip, because you got to think, would you want to be, not even just that, but would you want to be held up by your bottom lip that stretches their
dude,
spine?
I wouldn't have a fucking lip left.
Dude,
I'd
yeah.
be bottom lipless.
Maybe it
You
depends on
already
what kind of, just depending on what kind of kink I'm feeling. I don't really know.
Yeah,
People do the same thing with largemouth, though. They hold them all fucking angled up like this. And
Yeah, break their jaw.
Stresses their jaw a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of breaking a bass's jaw, I was thinking about this the other day. When we fished Carnico, I think I told you about it. We fished a Carnico tournament like last year, me and Brad. And I caught this fucking largemouth. And it when I caught it, it was crazy aggressive. I could barely get it in the live well. And then when I got back to the boat ramp, I opened the lid to get it, like to weigh in. And as soon as I opened the lid, it shot out of the live well into the gravel and was flopping around. And I couldn't do nothing. I picked it up, and he was flopping so hard it broke his jaw, like right in the middle, right down the middle.
God.
I couldn't do anything about it. I mean, he was insane. He would look like he was just, I don't know, he was like a fucking
Brad said
zombie
he had an
bass.
underbite.
Yeah, he had an underbite, yeah.
But you said you got a boat. What kind of boat you got?
I got a 2008 Bass Tracker TX, or 190 TX, so it's a 19-footer. And
Bragger.
it's got a 90 horse on it. It's not, I mean, it's nothing to brag about, but I fucking love
Bragger.
it. It's the only thing I ever wanted.
It is super fun to go out on that thing, man. It's super awesome.
Hey man, all I got to say is save some for the rest of us. Come on now.
Yeah, but it's a good time, man. I would never discourage anybody from getting a bass boat. I mean, I ain't had many problems, but I know a lot of people are scared to buy a boat, but I love it. I think my next purchase is going to be a little motorcycle. I might just start motorcycling around.
God.
Man, you got to get out there in the
Fat hog.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll be
Feel the,
I'll be hogging it. Wild hogs.
Feel the wind
you,
blow through
Brody?
your scalp.
I'll be fucking cranking my hog
Through your
all day.
Yeah, feel the wind through your scalp.
Brody, you and Brody could ride side by side. There wouldn't be no fucking road left. That's not a fat joke. That's not a fat joke, brother. I love y'all.
Brother.
Yeah. Y'all would need a fucking 4-lane intersection.
No, I'm riding on the back like nuts a butt.
Yeah.
Nuts a butt.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber.
And you go and do something like this.
Yeah.
Totally redeem yourself.
I don't know, man. I don't really stay. Just like I said, I don't stay in with the like news, like anything
Current events.
newsworthy. Yeah, current events. I don't really stay. I'm not gonna. I just don't read into it, man.
I just catch whatever comes across my TikTok feed. Honestly,
Yes.
I know
Brain
the
rot.
I know very little about that fucking idiot beating his dog, but I've seen a lot of people posting about it. I don't know anything about it, but
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's stupid.
It's awful.
It's very crazy. Very crazy. I don't know. That's what I just don't really keep up. I just really don't know. I like to pick other people's brains on a lot of stuff. That's why I kind of like doing this. I like picking Brody's brain. You know, I don't really know what's going on inside of Brody's brain. Even when Steven, I talked to
You don't
Steven.
want to know.
you're not gonna be picking for very long.
No,
Not
it's
much there. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking, Brody. There's I talk to Steven every day, and I still we could find new stuff to talk about.
yeah.
Also, I'll call Steven, and we'll talk, and it's like we're on a podcast, but it's not even a podcast. I was like, why don't we talk about this shit when we're doing the actual thing? It sucks.
Yeah,
but-
brainstorming.
It's like the same thing when I'm
brainstorming.
fishing and I'm just catching bass, and Austin's back there on the phone talking to somebody, not filming nothing.
yeah.
He missed out on a lot of content today. You
Yeah,
won't
shut up.
see it.
Yeah, shut up. So Brody, man, what's the future like for you, brother? Are you
Future life is like what's going on right now.
yeah, I mean,
or
this future life, and where do you want to be in 10 years?
where do I want to be in 10 years? Hopefully married to the woman I'm with now.
Engaged, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we're recently engaged. I don't think I did too good of a job engaging. It was at a bar that we go to a lot, and her
Where'd you
friend
engage at?
Taters.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
I love it. Taters fans.
And I did the whole 9 yards there at the bar, and her friend was like, just do it. She's like, do you have the ring with you? I said, yeah, I got it. She's like, just do it. I was like, I can't, not here. Like, I was going to take her out to dinner and have, do the old, I guess you can say, goopy way. I was going to give it to one of the people at the restaurant, have him put it in, like, in her meal or
Man, like
something.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, it'd be so much cooler at Applebee's for sure.
No, I was thinking of our local steakhouse, more of like Tumbleweed or something. Shout out to Maddie at Tumbleweed.
Yeah.
If you did it at Applebee's, you'd probably have to wait 2 hours before you had to propose. You would think about it.
You would
get
never
cold
get-
feet.
Yeah, you would never get your fucking food there. It's
That is-
impossible.
That's another thing. Y'all realize how bad the food around here in Maysville has gotten. Like
There's
from
nothing
like
good.
3-4 years ago, food you could go to Applebee's and get a 4-course meal and it'd be awesome. The food would be good, warm, nothing messed up. Now it's just gone to crap.
Dude, even the fast food places suck.
Oh yeah.
Even the fast food
The
suck.
best thing, and obviously I eat it every day, is Mi Camino, for real. The Mexican restaurant's the only thing
Yeah.
good around here. I swear. I'm burnt out on everything else. I mean, Pasquale's is good, but
Pasquale's
you
is
got?
good. We eat that on the week. I don't know, through the week. Friday, we'll let's order some wings because you can call or order.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, let's get some of them.
I'll tell you somewhere that
Looks good.
I don't think I could get burnt out on is the new place in Maysville. I don't know if y'all had it, the Hibachi Express.
oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
Man,
shit
good.
it's
is
so
good.
good. And you get such a big portion. It'll
Yeah.
last you 2-3 days.
It's
Dude,
good.
Tyler, big man Tyler, John Norris Tyler, he gets like a
Is that the one you fired earlier?
yeah. Oh, he got fired. Tyler no longer works at Never Quit Outdoors.
New hire. New
We are
hire.
using his camera, but yeah, Brody's new hire. But
What a bitch.
no, he ate more food than I've ever seen a man consume in one setting. He was eating he got one of the bowls with max chicken, double rice, and killed the whole bowl, and then went and ordered some for leftover. And then we went to Chipotle out of town. The man orders a protein bowl, eats it, goes and orders another protein bowl, eats it, and gets chips and salsa. And you're like, I can't even believe, it's unbelievable how much food he can consume.
Sounds like he needs to be sitting on this couch over here with us. Huh?
He wasn't fit.
I don't know what, them legs are looking good still. I don't know. I ain't checked them.
The first part of the video when we got done, I mentioned how much moisture.
How much heat is right there between your old legs.
It's between our legs.
Jesus.
And
That's wild.
it's kind of
Yeah.
kinky, not
It
gonna
looks
lie.
it looks hot over there. I don't know.
You want to join? You cold or?
No.
Oh,
Just
well,
fine right
Figured
here.
I'd offer,
I think we're way off the outdoor subject.
We are way off
need to
the
get on
outdoor.
something.
We did. We got a lot. We strayed. That's okay though, man. We got
Hey.
30 minutes.
Hey,
We
I'm
got.
fine with it.
Yeah, we could. I just like picking. I just like you don't. Why do you do a podcast? You would do a podcast to pick other people's brains on their views and what they think, and
Yeah.
even if it's what you got. I asked Brody what's he got going on in his life, where he wants to be. Works at the same place Steven does. Where do you work again? I can't
It's
remember.
Saint Gobain. Shout out Saint Gobain. Certainty. It's a drywall mill.
Hell yeah, brother.
We make drywall, baby.
Bless the
Yeah.
Lord, baby. That's how we built this house, wall to wall.
Building America, baby.
Hell yeah. One drywall piece at a time.
That's
I was gonna ask you, bro. Do you got any dream hunts you want to go on? Like any kind of animals or any
Oh, yeah.
locations?
I've always wanted to go. I believe it's Australia, but it's I've seen this thing. It's a kangaroo hunt.
Really?
I've always wanted
that
to go
in
on a
Australia?
kangaroo.
I mean,
Well,
it
that
has
has
to
to
be
be in
Australia,
Australia.
unless we're going to the Cincinnati Zoo.
Or Africa, do one of
Imagine Harambe. Dude, apparently you can't talk about.
Soon.
Yeah, apparently you can't talk about Harambe in the Cincinnati Zoo. And I'm like,
Really?
I was like, Mary, look at this statue of Harambe. They killed that motherfucker. And I was like, Mary's like, shut up. Fuck, she was mad. I thought she was going to divorce me, dude. We're not even married.
I got a couple questions for y'all.
All right, shoot.
Okay, shoot some questions.
To kind of get some back on the hunting aspect, the outdoors aspect. What's your all's favorite? It's gonna be a two-parter. Favorite rifle as far as brand, Remington, Mossberg, like that. And I guess you could say, when it comes to whitetail hunting, what is your preferred caliber?
I'll go first. I've got into bow hunting recently, but I've never killed nothing with my bow except a coyote. And yeah, I know. I've never killed a deer with my bow, man, and I'm going to get into it.
Yeah.
This season a lot. Like, I'm going to kill a deer. I don't care if it's a 140-inch deer, 120, 100. No, not 120. As long as it's old. Mature deer is what I want. But whenever rifle season rolls around and I get tired of the grind, I'll Savage made by anyone? That's just Savage.
Yeah.
Savage Axis.
My dad, my most favorite gun in the world, my dad gave me. Excuse me. It is a Savage 270 featherweight, and he gave that to me. I think he bought that when he was young, and it's a featherweight. I don't know what year it is or anything, but I love that gun. I can down a deer. I've shot deer on the run and everything with that gun.
Yeah.
I love it. It knocks it. That's what he's always shot. That's what he trained me to shoot. I did shoot the deer above you all with a 243 though.
Heck yeah.
Back when I was scared of guns and whatnot. I was like young. I was super young. And I forgot to tell you, that's my first deer. That's like the tiny one. I shot that when I was super young, like 7 or 8. And then shot that, I don't know, a couple years back. But that's what I done told everybody that, but that was just kind of letting you know that's kind of what I shot everything with. I shot that with the featherweight. Yeah. Every deer in here I've shot with a featherweight except that one. That's 243.
Yeah.
And that's what I use. I can use it for the 270. I can use it coyote hunting. If you wanted to. It's a high power rifle, but
man, 270 is just an all around good gun.
It's an awesome gun.
Yeah.
You can shoot far.
Oh yeah, and it's fast.
It's fast. Yeah, it's awesome.
What about you, Steve?
Well, I don't really have much of a preference, to be honest. I've always shot just whatever I can get my hands on for the most part. But my dad always had a 30-06 growing up. I think it was a Remington Woodstock, real nice gun. I think I killed my mule deer with that gun. That was pretty cool. And then I've only killed one whitetail buck here, and I used my grandpa's, which he gifted me. Well, I guess he didn't. He passed away before I got it, but it was a Savage Axis 7mm. And that's what I've been hunting with for the last few years, and I love it. It's hard to find ammo for it, but I do like it a lot.
And even if you do find ammo for something like that, it's going to be expensive as all get out.
It's crazy. What do you hunt with?
I've got a good old Winchester 270. I've got a Browning 30-06, and then a Winchester, the big and the 300 short mag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got plenty of stopping power, I'm a big guy. I don't like to run after deer. That's why I'm not a big bow hunter. The only 2 deers I've ever shot with a bow, they've ran a mile. And if you're my size, you don't want to drag. And if you're my size, you don't want to drag a deer, a mile out of the woods.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to ask you, you ever go turkey hunting?
I've been. I'm not patient enough.
Oh,
I will say I love the aspect of it.
I mean, you do. Patience is like one of the huge key factors, but it's not like if you're running gun and turkeys, man, it is the most fun you'll ever have in the woods. I'm telling you. I mean, it's not like sitting there in a blind just hoping a turkey walks in front of you. When you're actually chasing them down and calling them and trying to get them to answer you, it's the most fun you'll ever have.
It is awesome. I love turkey hunting. That's
I would
my
go turkey
favorite.
hunting every day over deer hunting. I mean, you get a way better trophy when you're deer hunting just for your wall, your freezer, but actually hunting down an animal and actually having to know how to talk to it and how to find it and locate it.
And they actually
you gotta get them close. You gotta get them within 30 to 40 yards. I mean, with TSS now, you don't really have to, I guess, but
no, you can shoot a 410 fucking 100 yards.
Yeah, no, Auburn did. Auburn shot a fucking 50-yard turkey with a
410, man. A little 410. That's all you need. Then, no, I was gonna say. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh shit, I was gonna say. Shooting turkeys. Oh, it's a lot like hunting elk. They say I've never hunted an elk. That's what I want to do, but They say you gotta talk to them, and if they talk back, and that's how you know what's up and all this. And I was like,
I would imagine an elk is way harder to kill just because
it is.
they can smell and everything. If turkeys can smell,
but they say it's similar. They say it's similar though. That's what Derek Myers and them, they were saying, like, hunting elk is exactly the same thrill. Turkey, you call to them, they call back. You pursue the animal. And, stay active. It's not like deer hunting, like a lot of redneck deer hunters just go and just sit out of their truck and stuff, and like it's not like that. That shit's boring, you know. That's why I'm not into it for that. I'm into it for the hunt, for the thrill. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm not knocking anybody's ways of hunting. As long as you're hunting this, as long as you ain't poaching my deer and poaching what I hunt, then I don't care. Poaching's terrible. Poaching is terrible here.
Oh yeah,
dude. There's more poachers probably in Mason County than any other place.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with 2 of them.
What? Come on.
I shot this deer on the side of the road.
Man, I seen
Double A.
I seen this TikTok earlier, and it was this guy who was perched up on the side of the road on the bit of his truck, and it had this game warden walk up, and the sound that come over was this little kid. It pointed over at the sign. He's like, "I'm telling you, that motherfucker is not real." And it said, "When you see sparks fly off of a 9-point at 200 yards off the side of a road."
Oh, God.
Those are always funny.
Yeah,
like, man, that's awful.
Man, I need to get the shorts rolling too, man. I've been slacking. It's been my birthday weekend. I ain't really. We needed more footage. I think today we got some good footage to make some shorts.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the good blow-ups and stuff. Top water blow-ups was awesome.
Yeah.
But future videos-wise, we'll cut back into that. We want to do squirrel hunting. Definitely the deer hunting season coming up. We want to do challenges. That's going to be another big thing we do. Challenge if we drop one person here and drop one person there, and whoever kills the most squirrels.
Yeah.
We have like 4 cameras or something. That'll be a pretty cool video. That'd be cool. Another thing, I guess, is how many can we kill with a certain gun? I don't know. We can try something cool. Like, I don't know. We might be able to find something, I don't know, some sort of like older, like musket type gun, no sights or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well, I've seen a lot of videos kind of like that you know, they're really cool as far as how good a product is. Like, say if you go to Bass Pro Shops and buy stuff for squirrel hunting, you go to
cheap
Cabela's
versus expensive.
and then like if I went to Walmart and bought the same stuff, well, you could do that with fishing and hunting, you know.
Yeah, which we've dumped a lot of money into this for the past and like having no revenue to come back on, it's hard to just buy. Well, you gotta spend money to make money, but the spending it just sucks for real. Yeah. But I mean, it's worth it. I do it for fun. I don't do it for fame or whatever.
I'm still waiting on my check since I'm on here today.
Yeah. You get Tyler's wages free $99. Free $99, brother.
But no, on a real note, I take a lot of honor y'all having me on here. I mean,
absolutely, bro. We're glad. We figured you'd be a fun brain to pick. Also, you were kind of off work, so you were convenient.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you want to go fishing? Hey, you want to be on a podcast? I was like, hell yeah, you know.
Yeah, dude. We want to try this out with 3 people. I think it's going great. I'm hoping if anybody's still watching, y'all comment and tell us some shit y'all want to hear. Tell us anything, dude. Tell us anything. Come up to us. Talk to us about like what you want to hear. A lot of people come up to me, which was really weird. I didn't think it was like that, but they was like, "Oh, I loved it." You know, I was like, "I'm super glad to hear that. So thankful." Love and the hate. No matter if you have hateful comments, I'm gonna take them the same. I take everything with a grain of salt.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm never gonna quit, so it don't matter. Motto, brother.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, that's the motto, brother. That's the motto, man. I just this is my therapy. This is kind of what I do for. I don't know. If I'm having a hard time, having a down on my luck kind of scenario. This is what I do for fun. This is I get together with people, talk, do my videos, edit, and I love editing. So I'm just gonna keep doing it, man. I love it. It's therapy for me. So that's what I enjoy.
I think the main people for, you know, our love for fishing and hunting, it's got to be, you know, shout out to our dads, man. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think everybody can say that for the most part.
Oh, dude, that's where you learn everything. From the moment you take your first breath, you learn your parents' mannerisms. Oh, yeah. You learn their whole. That's the only people you know. That's the first people you know. So that's how you learn everything. You learn the mannerisms. You learn the way they do different things, and then you start to talk like them.
Yeah.
And then it just goes on from there. Like, the more they teach you, the more they learn.
Yeah.
Which I've never met Steve's dad, but I met your dad. You and your dad, and just like in the same room, is insane.
Yeah,
You're
we
so
are
much
twins,
like your
man.
dad.
We are twins. I mean, he's a little bit less greedy and selfish. I get that. I'm not really that bad, but that dude, he will go and build a house for somebody and be like, meh, whatever. I'm like, dude, I would die doing that.
Yeah.
For real. He's just unreal guy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, he taught me a lot. Like I said in the last podcast, Dad taught me a lot. That goes for everybody. Everybody can say that. Hunting and fishing wise, we like to connect with people, even if you don't hunt and fish. We want to kind of, like, we have night lives. Like, we go out and we talk to 100 people a night and do all that. And we like to go out and have fun, like us as buddies or whatever. Like, if we don't hit Brody up, he's there anyway.
Yeah.
You know, if we hit each other up to go out. And we like to talk to people, and we want to try to bring those people and take people that are not really with outdoor stuff and not really with hurting innocent animals and all this stuff, and bring them in and kind of be like, this is really why these guys do it, and this is why, they cherish what they do, and they respect it, and they're dedicated, and like anybody that can be dedicated like that deserves respect, for real.
Speaking of that aspect, people that's against the hunting and fishing.
Yeah.
Have you had ever had any Karens, or I guess you could say hecklers, like come up to you for
Oh my
it?
God, the lady at the covered bridge in fucking Cabin Creek, somebody.
Oh yeah.
She just makes me want. She just straight up, man. I don't know. A lot of people they have a Facebook profile for this lady.
Oh yeah.
And it's called the Covered Bridge Troll. Bro, you would be fishing, and she has cameras set up in the freaking woods, dude. She has cameras set up in the creek, and you walk through it. Boom, there she is, and she's on the phone. She's like, I'm calling the cops and all this. I have some crazy videos that I cannot post because I was like heckling her because she was heckling us for fish. Like, we had fished there forever. Had no idea that we weren't allowed to be there. And
no, there's a thing. There's a thing now with the cops.
You are physically assaulting me. You are physically assaulting. I had her on video, like my camera was in her face. I was like, dude, there's no reason for you to be like that, man.
No, there's a thing now that I guess she's being sued by somebody.
Oh, she is.
So I'm real good friends with a couple of the cops up there in Lewis County, and he was talking to me. Said that there was the son and his father was there fishing, and they were just fishing. They weren't even
minding their
fishing.
own business. Yeah.
And she keyed and the side of their vehicle and busted 2 of their tires.
God, yeah, one. She's crazy, dude.
Insane.
I would hate to be her husband. Her husband was there though, and me and Alan was walking up the road, and he started like walking like he was behind her for a minute, and then we was like, all right, we're getting out of here, like whatever. He starts swelling up, and Alan was like, you better not step on this road because you're on public property after that, buddy. And I was like, okay, Alan's gonna kill this guy. Then I'm gonna be sitting here laughing. I was recording everything, of course.
Yeah. I think it's funny how she tries to say that she owns this bridge.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the Goddard Bridge. It's a
historical bridge. They own that, but I think she can own, which I wanted to call the game warden, but I think you can own the ground underneath the water. I don't think you can. I don't think you can own a public waterway. You can't. But if you're touching the ground that's underneath the water, you're on her land.
Really? So we just
that's the way we looked it up, because I did a lot of research, because I was like, if I go there and I figure out, like, I called the game warden twice. I said, if I can figure out if this lady's lying, I'm going to be there. I'm going to bring 40 people down there, and we're all going to be fishing, and we'll do anything we want down there. But I think you can own, but what does it say about kayaks? If we went to the Goddard Bridge, brought kayaks and sat in the water, I just got to get the logistics, but I want to bring like 40 people down there and just like fish and do whatever we want. As long as we ain't crashing nothing or being, as long as we ain't doing nothing like vandalism and all that. I mean, whatever. I don't ever do none of that, partake in other criminal activities, but people do. I know some guys.
I've never really had a real bad run-in with any
Karens. Well, also, your like confrontation skills are like,
I mean, I will confront you right now. I'm about to confront Brody.
You just my little pillow.
No, I'm not easily provoked, but if I am pushed far enough, I will lose it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, folks.
I think
sounds like someone is breaking
walking
into
the
our
door.
house.
Yeah. Someone's walking through the door right now while we're trying to do the podcast. It don't even matter. Dude, the last frog video, speaking of the dogs barking. Bo, shut up. I'm about to Cole Wetzel or Cole Prevost this dog in here.
That's awful, Cole Wetzel. Don't bring him into this.
Bro, but anyway, dude, we're frogging in this pond. There's a dog outside. This guy has a dog. And it barked from the moment we got there, since Tyler broke the fence down, to the moment we stopped gigging. It barked the entire time. I had to put music over the whole video. Like you couldn't.
It's awful.
It dogged. It was terrible, man. But I mean, working the magic in the booth, so wasn't worried about it.
He says.
Yeah. So Brody, what do you? Well, I mean, what's up? I mean, what do you got? What else you got for us? You got anything cool and
any cool
anything interesting? Yeah, anything interesting you've done? Have you went out of town anywhere? Have you you done anything cool? What's the coolest thing you've done, man?
Well, Steve brought up some hunting stories. I guess we could. I'll start it, but we could share. Our, I guess you could say our most memorable hunting experience.
Yeah, what's your funniest one? Probably because everybody gets like boring as hell, like listening.
My funniest has got to be we were hunting in the snow. It was one of my first times hunting in the snow with my dad, and he gets the notorious poop pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been there. You had one about 30 minutes ago.
Ruined the whole podcast.
And we're walking down this trail down to get to our tree stands, and because I was younger, so he'd make sure I get in the tree stand. All right, help me get my gun up there, and then he'd go over to his tree stand and get in. And I'm sitting there, and I see him walk up to the top of the ridge, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go over here in the woods." He texts me, "I'm gonna go over here in the woods. I got to poop something awful." So I'm sitting there. I'm like, "Okay," and I bet it wasn't a minute later, I hear him scream. I was like, "What the hell happened?" So I left my gun. Everything.
30 minutes ago.
I left my gun in the stand. I'm walking down, and I get up to him. He's bare ass. He's sitting in the snow. He fell back. His hand slipped off the tree when he fell back into the snow.
I have a good one lined up, and if I don't, I told you the TikTok brain rot will take me. But anyway, I have severe ADHD, and I can't sit still. It's a miracle I've ever killed anything.
You don't say.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I'm like a meth addict, and when I was a kid, it's worse. I was straight up like I was on meth. But so my dad's taking me hunting. I'm around 9 years old. I'm spastic as hell. I'm moving around. Arms are moving. Like I got itches. I'm like scratching myself. Like walk running and stuff. I'm so excited. We're hunting, and I'm just like throwing my arms up, like itching my head, like moving around. He's like, "You need to stop in the woods. We don't need to scare nothing." He doesn't sound like that. So, sound more like Luke Bryan's cousin or something. He's like, "You need to stop in the woods and be super quiet and don't move your arms and less movement the better and all this." And we're stalking in, and he like reamed me for it. Like I was sad. I was just like walking behind him, frowning, scared to death. We see absolutely nothing. So we're about to get out. We hunted all night. It's the evening. We get out of the stand. We're walking out. It's not dark. It's daylight still. We just got bored. There was nothing there, or we thought. So anyway, he ripped me for moving around and throwing my arms around, saying I was spastic. So we get out and we're walking, and there was a bat flying around, and the bat's just flying back and forth, and we're walking. My dad's like, "That's a cool bat," and we're talking about it, and all of a sudden he goes, "Ooh," and I turn and look, and he's like, "Ooh." He's like throwing his arms around, like running backwards. The bat was stuck to his chest, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh!" He grabs it and throws it down on the ground, and I was like, "Don't wave your arms," and I just kept walking, and he was like, I could see him wanting to wring my neck. He was like Bart Simpson.
Mm-hmm. I have that's not as funny as yours, I don't think, but me and Joey really got into deer hunting like together. Me, Joe Wade, like same time we started kind of hunting together, and we didn't really know what we were doing. But we was down at my grandma's property where I always hunted, and it was the last day of gun season. It was raining. It was awful. We didn't want to go, and so we got down there. We talked ourselves into going. We sat on our back porch. Our back porch looks over this huge ridge, and there's a cover over it, so we wasn't getting rained on. We sat there for like 45 minutes listening to what we thought was a squirrel, like chewing on some nuts or something up in a tree. And come to find out, we look down into the holler there, and there are two nice bucks locked together, fighting. They're not locked together, but they're fighting down there like, Joey, holy shit, like this is our chance. We're going to get there and kill both
Oh my
these.
God.
So we
And you have to know Joey too, though.
yeah, it's funnier if you know Joe Wade. He'll be on here eventually, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
But no, we get all set up. We're on both of them. I'm like, Joey, you take this one, I'll take this one. I said, I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to have to figure something out. Like, in hindsight, we probably should have just shot one and then shot the other if he didn't move or whatever. But our genius idea was to count down from 3 and just do it. But they were fighting and moving. They were probably 200 yards away. But yeah, last day of gun season, we shot at both of them. Both missed.
Oh my
Didn't find
God.
blood.
They just ran?
Yeah, just both of them. They unlocked, took off running.
Oh my God.
I think Joey actually shot like 5 other shots at him, but never found a drop of blood, never found nothing.
Bro, this time last year, I had a good buck on camera, so I was doing crazy amounts of like work into my hunting and doing my bow hunting and everything. Do y'all need a break?
Yeah, we can take another little break
water
real
break,
quick.
yeah.
Take another little break. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt myself.
We'll be
I can
right
finish.
back.
Oh, I can actually finish
All
the
right,
story.
all right,
yeah.
yeah, you go ahead. You got the camera.
Yeah, I got the camera. So, but anyway, I put in a lot of time, and the buck that I'd been hunting showed up, and I couldn't draw my bow back, man. Come to the corn, like 15
You
yards
physically
away.
couldn't pull it back, or you're just nervous?
No, I didn't even grab my bow. Just sat there and watched the deer. I watched him, and then he smelled me, he started stomping, and just kind of slowly backed out, and I just started I just had a full meltdown right in because like my life just like crumbled right in that moment. I was like crying, and I just couldn't do it anymore. But we'll be back right after this. Thank you all.
And we're back for a few minutes.
For a few minutes, man. We're gonna wrap it up. We've been talking a while. It's a little harder than people think, and we got some stuff to do and what we want to do. It's my birthday. I gotta go celebrate with some of my family, but
Happy birthday, Austin.
no, thanks.
How old are you now? 19?
23.
Oh, okay.
23. That's another funny story we got to save for the next one. You almost killed me in Pizza Hut.
You're practically 30.
You've been
I'll never
dying. I
forget
think it's the
that.
only reason you started this podcast. So you can start bitching about that again.
Yeah, I need to complain about something, man. I ain't got to complain about too much. That's what Maddie says, that I'm a complainer. Oh, like
Whiny
medically complainer. Like medically
Chronic complainer.
Chronic complainer. There you go. That's what I was looking for. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think we did good. I'm loving it. Thank you all for the support. Like I said again, I can only say it so much, but can't say it enough. I feel like thanks to everyone that's watched. Hopefully y'all all tune into this one. I'm glad that you all got to be here with us and experience Brody, just
Thanks
like
for
we
having
have.
me.
And we tried to get everyone to figure out Brody's mind. Anything else that you all want to say?
No, I just want to personally thank everybody, too. I've heard a lot of good feedback from a lot of people that I never expected to watch the podcast. I mean, I think it's really cool, and I really like doing it. It's a lot of fun, and hopefully you all tune in for this one. But, yeah, I also like to thank Brody for coming out on short notice. He didn't know anything about this till about 3 hours ago, so...
Yeah, he dressed well and prepared, and his legs are as white as a shirt.
This guy.
No.
Hey, I'm a gingy man. Like from bottom half, it'll burn and then go back to white.
Okay, whatever.
What bottom half? What are we talking about
here?
Get
some sun here.
Whoa.
But anyway, thanks again for tuning in. That's another episode of Never Quit Outdoors podcast. We will be back. We have a lot of guests coming up. A lot of guests that want to come on. A lot of people that I thought doesn't. So they're a little nervous, but that's okay. Everybody gets nervous at times. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Make sure you like and comment. I'm not going to forget to say that. Like and comment, and we'll catch you all on the next. Thanks a lot.